Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Clark. It's 1 o'clock. We're going to wait just a moment or two to see if anybody else wants to join before we start the hearing. I'll let you know just in a minute. Thanks. Okay, Ms. Hines, are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay, we're on the record. I call case 23G0627, proceeding on motion of the commission as to the rates, charges, rules, and regulations of National Fuel Gas Distribution Corporation for gas service. Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Michael Clark. I'm an administrative law judge for the Department of Public Service. With me today is Administrative Law Judge Tara Kersey, also from the Department of Public Service. Together, we are responsible for presiding over the hearings in this case and the development of a complete record in the proceeding. Assisting us today are Esmond Brown Anderson and Sangeetha Kailas from the Department's Office of Consumer Services. We're all here today for a public statement hearing that was noticed on December 6, 2023. I'm going to briefly provide some background information, and then we'll get right into the hearing. National Fuel Gas Distribution Corporation, or NFG, filed amendments to its gas tariff schedules on October 31st, 2023, proposing to increase its annual gas delivery revenues by approximately $88.8 million, which would result in an estimated total monthly bill increase of approximately $11.31 for the average residential heating customer and approximately $16.65 for the average small commercial customers. Under New York State law, the Public Service Commission must consider a utility's proposal and may adopt or reject it in whole or in part, or modify it. This hearing is being held so you can provide your comments on NFG's proposal for the Commission's consideration. The Public Service Commission has 6 members: the chairperson, Rory Christian, and Commissioners Diane Berman, James Alisi, John Howard, David Valesky, and John Majori. As I mentioned earlier, the purpose of today's hearing is to provide you with an opportunity to tell the Commission your thoughts on NFG's rate proposal. This is not an evidentiary hearing or a question and answer session, but a forum to hear comments from you. Any statements made today will become part of the case record. We have a court reporter joining us who will prepare a transcript of the hearing, which will be included in the official record of this proceeding. When it's ready, the transcript will be available on the Department of Public Service website. If you prefer not to speak at a hearing, there are a variety of other ways to bring your comments to the attention of the Commission. As indicated in the December 6th notice, you can do so through the Department's website, by regular mail, or by phone. Regardless of how comments are submitted, they will be given equal consideration. Okay, we're ready to begin and have 3 people registered to speak. When I call your name, please speak slowly and clearly so that the court reporter can accurately capture your statement for the record. Please state your name, and if you're speaking on behalf of an organization, the name of the organization. Although we are not imposing a time limit, we request that you try to be concise and avoid repeating yourself. Our first registered speaker is John Brown. I don't see Mr. Brown on the list of electronic users. So Mr. Brown, if you're calling in, please press *3 on your phone. We can identify you and allow you to give your comment. All right, we're going to move on to Daniel Russell. Esmond, would you please unmute Mr. Russell? Okay, Mr. Russell. We can hear you.
Good afternoon, Sorry, thank you.
No problem.
Good afternoon, Administrative Law Judges Kersey and Clark. My name is Daniel Russell, and I am a legal aid with the Public Utility Law Project of New York, or PULP, as well as an NFG customer. My pronouns are he and him. PULP is a 40-year-old nonprofit with the mission of educating, advocating, and litigating on behalf of New York State low-income utility customers. PULP thanks the Department of Public Service for the opportunity to provide a public statement in relation to the recent filing by National Fuel Gas. PULP is an active party in this case, and we are currently working on our expert testimony, which we expect to file on March 1st. PULP has several concerns that we will be expanded upon in our written testimony, but today we would like to focus on energy affordability. As you stated earlier, on October 31st, 2023, National Fuel Gas filed a rate increase, which has the potential to increase delivery bills by 30% per month for the average residential customer, up to nearly $100 a month. The reality is that many NFG customers are already struggling with affordability. In Erie County alone, around 50% of children qualify for free or reduced lunch. And as of November 2023, National Fuel Gas has about 56,824 customers, 60 days or more in arrears, totaling nearly $32 million. Now that the company is asking for an additional $88.8 million in revenue, NFG's historically low compared to the rest of the state heating bills could skyrocket, along with the above-mentioned numbers. Between the pandemic and natural disasters, customers in NFG service territory have been hit hard, and a 30% delivery bill increase could be the final affordability straw that breaks the household budget of many Western New Yorkers. As such, PULP urges this Public Service Commission, the Department of Public Service staff, to scrutinize every penny and only approve those costs necessary to ensure that service is safe and reliable. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. Our next registered speaker is Ms. Colleen Belletrino. Ms. Belletrino, if you've called in, please press *3 so we can identify you and unmute your line. Oh, I see it. Esmond, do you see Ms. Belletrino? She's an electronic user. Okay, Ms. Belletrino, you've been unmuted. Please make your statement.
And I represent 225 clerical workers employed at National Fuel Gas. Our membership takes great pride in being the face of the company and its customer relationships. IBEW Local 2199 generally supports National Fuel in rate case 23G0627 regarding the proposals for the CLCPA goals and for future weatherization programs. We feel the current aggressive public policy initiated to ban natural gas in New York State must be managed in a deliberate, measured manner to fully ensure reliability and safety during extreme winter events. It should also provide affordability for customers and mitigate the negative impact this will have on quality union jobs. National Fuel has a proven history of being experts in the national fuel gas industry and taking all these factors into consideration and acting thoughtfully for a safe transition. Local 2199 supports their efforts. However, Local 2199 does not support the proposed permanent closing of National Fuel's 3 customer walk-in offices, which have remained closed since the start of COVID-19. These offices are located in disadvantaged communities within Buffalo, Cheektowaga, and Jamestown, whose customers depend on public transportation and rely on the consistency of set hours that are Monday through Friday. Many of these customers do not have internet access, computers, cell phones, bank accounts, or credit cards, and would like face-to-face contact for billing questions. Customers have consistently asked for the walk-in offices to be reopened either by phone or by physically going to the walk-in offices. In fact, since the temporary COVID closure, many customers still utilize the cash drop boxes at their respective centers to make required payments. Payments have ranged up to $90,000. This example further supports the customer need and our desire to maintain these important customer walk-in offices. Local 2199 also does not support the company sending New York-related customer service calls to a non-union call center in Pennsylvania. We know there are Pennsylvania representatives being utilized to manage New York calls. We feel that New York-related customer service business could be better managed by local 2199 members residing within New York State's National Fuel Gas territory. Local 2199 appreciates the relationship that exists between National Fuel Gas and our membership. We jointly support a measured, deliberate approach in managing the natural gas transition in our service territory. Such an approach is in the best interest of customers, Local 2199 members, and National Fuel by maintaining safe, reliable service. Thank you for giving Local 2199 the opportunity to voice our concerns.
Thank you, Ms. Balcino. We're going to go back to John Brown. Mr. Brown, if you've called in, please press *3. It doesn't appear to me that Mr. Brown is on the line, and we are done with all of the speakers who have registered to speak, so we'll open up the hearing to anyone in attendance who would like to make a comment, but who did not register to do so. If you would like to make a comment and you're participating electronically, please press the raise hand icon on the bottom of your screen. If you've called in and would like to make a comment, please press *3. I don't see any hands. Ms. Brown, do you see any?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we're going to give one more call to anyone in attendance who would like to make a statement. If you're participating electronically, please press the raise hand icon at the bottom of your screen. The instructions on how to do it specifically should be showing to you. If you've called in and would like to make a comment, please press *3. Still no hands, Esmond?
Still no one's, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. In that case, I'm going to close the hearing, although I did notice that Commissioner Bajuri joined the hearing. Commissioner, would you like to make any comments before we formally close the hearing?
Sure, thank you. I'm sorry to be late. I was just having some difficulty dialing in. I just want to thank those who did show up and participated in this hearing. I believe that I got to hear most of the comments, and I'll review the transcript to see if I missed any. But I do find public statement hearings very informative when considering issues that come before the Public Statement Commission hearing. So to those who either spoke or listened, dialed in and listened, I very much extend my appreciation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner. All right, I'd like to remind everyone that we'll be holding another virtual hearing this evening at 6 p.m. And next week on Wednesday, January 24th at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m., we'll be conducting in-person hearings at the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library at 1 Lafayette Square, Buffalo, New York. Again, in-person hearings will be held on Wednesday, January 24th at 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. at the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library at 1 Lafayette Square, Buffalo, New York. We'll also be holding another virtual hearing this evening at 6 p.m. Please also remember that comments may be submitted through the department's website, by regular mail, or by phone. Thank you again to everyone for their participation today. The hearing is concluded. We're off the record.